subscribe, like, follow on Twitter. Yeah, do all that stuff. Today I have 20 village seeds for Minecraft 1.19 on Java Edition. We'll see seeds varying from a typical plains village to a mansion village. Please keep in mind that terrain will be the same, but villages and other structures are unfortunately in different places on Bedrock Edition. Alright, let's get started. Let's go ahead and start off with a desert village here. Well, actually more like a desert jungle village. I love when villages stretch into jungle biomes like this does. There's also this jungle temple here too, so that makes this a jungle temple village, obviously. And, well, the village and temple clash a bit too. Down at the bottom, we get a chest behind the lever wall here, and a chest at the back of the temple too. Starting off this video with a jungle temple village felt like a good choice to me. Next up, let's just look at a more basic type of village. We've just got a plains village here. The plains biome is pretty big too. A nice place for a spawn build. Inside of the village, there's a blacksmith building. Of course, that comes with the coveted blacksmith loot. There's always more to learn in Minecraft. And for me, personally, lately I've been learning how to develop Minecraft plugins. The Skillshare class Minecraft Plugin Developer Bootcamp by Trevor Mickelson was my first step in the process. The 14 lesson class was the best place for me to invest in myself and engage in a new hobby that I've developed within Minecraft. And for you, Skillshare is a fantastic place to make 2022 the year you wanted it to be by finding a new hobby, landing a new career, or launching your own business. You can try out Skillshare risk-free, as the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Okay, this seed here is absolutely incredible. I mean, it's just super unique. The terrain combined with the frozen ocean and the village, how fantastic is this? Man, it's just wild. The village has 2 blacksmith buildings within it. The first one has this loot, the second one has this loot. I can't get over how awesome the village looks within this terrain. Just a really crazy seed. Let's go ahead and check out another village variant now. This one, of course, is a Savanna village. It really just looks like a usual Savanna village, just right within a big Savanna biome. But these buildings down within here are pretty awesome, I must say. And this building is just covered in water. And then we can continue down a bit more, and there's a Dripstone cave. So that's pretty awesome. Just adds another great feature to the spawn of this seed. And now let's see another desert village. It's just a small desert village, honestly, but there is a Mesa nearby, so that's cool. I have been hiding this from you though. A big lush cave right next to the village and exposed to the world surface. Lush caves are just wonderful, and this one being next to a village is just really great. At seed number 15, we're going to check out this snowy village. I personally love the look of these villages due to the variation of buildings. This one is especially awesome as there are ice spikes right next to the village. The ice spikes add some fantastic atmosphere to this village spawn area. Next up, we have a Taiga village. Nothing too crazy about this seed, honestly. It's just a small Taiga village in the middle of a spruce forest. Just a classic Taiga village. Now we have a snowy plains village. Just a really cold looking desolate area here, only inhabited by a few villagers who brave out the freezing weather. This building here is a blacksmith building. Here's the loot I found inside of it. I like seeds that have villages in biomes that they don't really belong in. That's the case here with this Mesa village. Of course, part of this plains village stretches into the Mesa. It just creates a really cool looking village. Oh, and check this out right here. Such easy access to the Mesa mineshaft. Here we have an abandoned zombie village at spawn. Especially in Java Edition, zombie villages are a pretty rare village type to come across. It's really just always cool to find one of these villages. Right here is this little cave opening that leads down really far. Eventually it leads all the way down to a deep dark biome, and an ancient city. How awesome is that? An ancient city right underneath the village is just fantastic. Getting into the final 10 seeds, we've got another desert village, but this one is just a bit different. That's because it's actually a desert temple village. I love when temples generate within villages. The desert temples look like they fit right in with the desert villages. At the bottom of the temple, we get 1 chest, 2 chests, 3 chests, and 4 chests. There's also a ruined portal right next to the village too. Another chance at getting some loot, and just another thing that makes this seed fantastic. Next up, we've got another Taiga village. Compared to the previous Taiga village we saw, this one is much bigger. A nice amount of buildings amongst the spruce trees, and included in those buildings is this blacksmith building. You can tell because there's a grindstone on the outside of it. Here's the loot I was able to find within the blacksmith. I want to show you something a bit unique. This village has just 1 building in it. This is something I don't come across very often. I don't know, I just thought it was kind of cool. The villagers from this house just wanted to live alone out here, I guess. Now let's look at a village inside of a plains biome. If you're looking for a nice big plains biome to build in, this seed could definitely be the one for you. The spawn village is just a classic looking village. North of the village, there's another village. There's a decent amount of buildings packed together here, and it generates on the coast next to an ocean. On the opposite side of spawn, towards the south, we can come across this cave opening here. How awesome is it having such easy access to a dripstone cave? Just really cool. And there's this pillager outpost here that you probably noticed. There's a bunch of log collections here, a bunch of scarecrow pumpkin targets, and an iron golem cage. At the top of the tower, there's some loot too. And then we can travel right over to another village here. Again, another plains village. And again, another village with a decent amount of buildings packed together. And finally, there's another village right over here. I mean, really just another village like the rest of them, but another village nonetheless. So yeah, traveling through the big plain spawn brings you to a lot of pretty cool places. This next seed is one that I really like. On the surface, this just looks like a typical Savanna village, but if I go over here, you see that's not really the case. These buildings here are surrounded a bit by dripstone cave features. That's just really unusual to see, and I just love how it looks. Getting into the final 5 seeds here, again we have a seed that I personally really like. I love when villages generate on beaches like this. When they stretch into the ocean, it just looks really cool. And the village is even better because there's a blacksmith here. Of course, with that blacksmith loot inside. And it's even better because of this shipwreck. I mean, this is just so awesome. Just really great. Next up, we've got a seed that is just really spectacular. The orange colors of the Savanna village really mix well with a Mesa biome. The fact that this is an eroded Badlands makes this place just look excellent. I mean, just a seed I wanted to share because of some great Minecraft world generation. Getting into the final 3 seeds here, we've got one more plains village for this video. Though this one actually is a ruined portal village. The ruined portal just generates right within the village with no conflictions at all. And it comes with some loot too. There's also a blacksmith building within the village, and that comes with some more loot. Just a really cool village seed here. Okay, now we have my personal favorite seed in this video. I love Cliff Island seeds. I mean, how cool does it look to see this massive island jetting out of the ocean? Add in a village, and, well, we just have a magnificent seed. There's village buildings on top of the island, and there's village buildings within the ocean. On the edges of the island, we can find some sections of Lush Cave like this. That includes this right here. The building surrounded by the Lush Cave section just looks really incredible. So yeah, there's this brilliant looking Cliff Island seed for those interested. Finally, to finish off this video, we've got one of my classic mansion village seeds. Those of you who have watched me for a while probably knew this one was coming. I always feel the need to show one of these seeds. Of course, with this one, we've got that plain style village, and the church even generates on the side of the woodland mansion. I'm going to give you the coordinates directly to the front entrance of the mansion. Inside, we can see that the village path generates here, and on the second floor, we can see that church that I mentioned earlier. There's also a bit of path here too. We've also got this arena room, which has some loot on the top section. And on the top floor, we get just 3 rooms, but that includes this hidden room back here, which has some loot. So yeah, of course I had to feature a mansion village seed to end off this video. Well, there you have 20 village seeds that are working for Minecraft 1.19 Java Edition. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Be sure to use the link in the description as the first 1,000 people get 1 month free. Be sure to check out my blog for all the coordinates and information about the seeds in this video. If you want to help me out, leave a like on this video. For more Minecraft videos, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out of here. See ya.